It's on the side of the old Gator Bowl and incorporating a few pieces of that former stadium in its design. This is Everbank Stadium, and as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we have an all-AFC meeting between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the Ravens sideline, a look at their head coach. His side knows what's at stake here. One win away from a perfect regular season. On the opposite side, Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen. His guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home.
DC ready?
First carry of the game for the rookie out of Alabama. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
The 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. They give it to him again. And the defense getting a little revenge after that last play. And on this time, they don't need to let him get back to the line. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it's largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Hey, Alpha, come on!
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
And on 4th and 10, they aren't moving. They're going for this.
180. 180.
4th down, pass coming. This one's to Andrews outright. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2020. There's a dive up the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That one hits for 30. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
First down, here's Lamar. Quick slant here, caught by Andrews. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Second down, looking for options. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They get 23 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
To the line, this is 1st and 10.
It's not. Go.
Dive play straight ahead. Solid gain on that play drop. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Here's Lamar. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Has his man. It's cut by Andrews. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, Ozzy! Shut up!
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure want a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Hands up!
Now it's Lamar. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal. Lamar now from the gun. Gets it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works. They come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Fullback trying to power him across. And they stop him. No touchdown, no first down. That's a turnover on down to the end zone.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And you always got to watch him when you're... On first down, Jackson flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it, and he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They clearly haven't been giving his running ability the respect it deserves, considering what he's been able to do to them on the ground thus far.
If you want to destroy the morale of a defense, have a running quarterback like this. Because you can do so many things right, but this is the X factor you can't contain.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. No first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there. Reset it first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard. Design run, Jackson keeping it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
We didn't try fighting for more and risking a fumble in that situation. Just make sure you get what you need and then go protect yourself. That's exactly what the QB did.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Changing it up here, Jackson. Flush down out to his left. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Chased out to his right. He can run it. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Blitz coming, Lamar. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
The drive begins with Henry, and they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Report!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
All set to go now from the 35. On 1st and 10, it's Henry. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. That's Wester on the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
1st and 10, here's Jackson. Completed to Flowers. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Lamar out of the pistol. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Lamar throwing again. Complete beyond the marker. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw for Jackson. He rolls to his right. That's Bateman making the play along the sideline. He's out of bounds to set up 1st and goal, but they might not get to keep this. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
180.
Jackson yet again. Going all the way to the end zone here. It is knocked away. Shot to the end zone. Answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
180. 180.
And again, it's Jackson. Headed out right. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was hit great. It sails on through. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. On it, and he nearly picked it. So couldn't hang on in the end. The offense got lucky on a risky throw there. It's 2nd down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
180.
Sending him on the dive. Solid work on his part. Gets 7 there. It's still 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now here's Lamar. Passing is hauled in by the running back. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route to catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st down. Here's Lamar. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens have likely locked up the win right there. Quite the strike to his tight end, and the patience he showed waiting for that to break open. That was awesome, and it's rewarded with 6.
You know, it should be simple, Kate, right? In philosophy, it should be simple. Just plaster that big guy. Throw bodies at him in coverage, but stopping a tight end near the end zone is anything but simple with how deceptively good they are as route runners and finding that football when it arrives.
Trying down the middle with Henry. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop it. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Well, more often than not, it's a passing game that's asked to go from first down to just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Offense is set. First and 10. Running once more with Henry. And they make the play at the 23. A gain of only a little. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Long back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
It's not.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Lester finds the football. Complete. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Horn. What a shot!
They'll run here on first down. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.
Yeah, momentum, confidence, belief, whatever you want to throw into the kind of that recipe. The bottom line, you want to be playing your best football when it matters the most, and they did today.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.